how do I know if I had an orgasm? That was the question. And I looked at my friend and I said, what are you talking about? Hi everyone, it's KarenLee and welcome to the KarenLee Poder Show. How is it possible that you don't know if you have an orgasm? And she basically said, well, because, you know, when I'm having sex and he's inside of me, I'm not sure if I'm having an orgasm, and it seems like it's going on, and I'm like, wait a second, hold the phone. Are you saying you don't masturbate? She's like, that's what I'm saying. And I said, oh, okay, we need to have a little talk about masturbation 101. Let's get women out of the closet. Women, you should masturbate, and here's why. Men, they talk about masturbation all the time. They have no problems talking about whacking off and all this other stuff. But women, for some reason, feel like, oh, I can't talk about masturbation. I can't talk about using vibrators and all that. It's embarrassing. You should absolutely masturbate and you should talk about it. But more importantly, you should be able to know what turns you on and what it's like to feel an orgasm. You need to have what I call a selfish orgasm. You need to just completely let yourself go by yourself, turn yourself on with either a vibrator or using your fingers, reading a dirty book, 50 Shades of Grey, Nancy Friday's Forbidden Flowers, or My Secret Garden, or you can watch porn. Having orgasms releases all these great oxytocin. There's 69 reasons why you should have a great orgasm, and I did a whole video about it. But the first thing you need to do is figure out what turns you on, because if you don't know what turns you on, how are you going to explain that to somebody else? It's like trying to play golf without ever having a golf lesson. Let's forget about the jokes about wood and all the rest of the stuff. All these guys that tell you that they know exactly what to do to turn a woman on, and they're great at oral sex, and they're great at this and that, they don't know shit unless you tell them what you like. It's really hard to have a complete selfish orgasm if you're worried about, is your partner going down on you, and if he's getting bored, and if he's waiting for you to come and you get all anxious and you're starting thinking about that. Or when you're trying to have an orgasm during sex, it's a whole different experience as well, because you're thinking about, is he going to have an orgasm? Are we going to both have orgasms together? Is he going to come too quickly? Are you going to come too quickly? You know, you're thinking about all these different things besides just selfish orgasm. I want you to have orgasm by yourself where you turn yourself on. You can do it anywhere, anytime, any place. Like Dr. Seuss in a box with a fox. You need to do that, and you need to do it often. And once you get the hang of it, it's going to come a lot, no pun intended, faster, be something that's second nature to you. And then when you're having sex, you might actually have 2 orgasms. Be one the first time around, and then when you're having the actual active sex, you have another one. I always believe in the women should come first, because the guy can hold out and he's going to have an orgasm no matter what happens. But a women's orgasm is a little more tricky, a little more foreplay is involved, a little more mental stuff is involved. So I'm not even going to go into sex right now. I'm just going to go and say, go out, have yourself a delicious orgasm. Look at yourself in the mirror having that orgasm. Be selfish about it, because, hey, men do it, why shouldn't we? It's an equal opportunity here with orgasms. That's my show today. Hope you enjoyed it. Please subscribe to my channel, The KarenLee Poder Show, here on YouTube. Go to my website, KarenLeePoderShow.com. Sign up for my newsletter, put your email down, and you will be entered to win either an iTunes gift card or a Starbucks gift card, along with being able to see my great store where I've got awesome stuff to purchase, t-shirts, great vibrators. Comment, like, subscribe. I love you all.